What's up, guys? It's Ruka here.
And Steve here.
And
And then Mike's
Michael,
also with
he's
us.
muted. He has a cough right now, so I need to figure out where to point. But yeah, we're back
Right.
with another idol discussion video. It's been a while since our last one we did back in the
It's
spring,
been
three
about
months
three
ago.
plus months. My
Yeah.
beard is back again, as you can see.
mm, 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 mm. Yeah,
But
so
yeah,
there's been a lot going on just with idol related stuff and also the channel. But I want to ask
yeah.
because it's been a while since I've talked with you, Steve. How has your summer been? Like, how have you been the past few months?
Oh, my summer. It's been pretty laid back. I just started working again
Mm,
last Wednesday, so I'll have to get back into things. Waking up early because my shift is from 7 to 5:30.
mm,
Um, And then that first week that I've just had, my legs, my feet, and lower back have been killing me. But I'm guessing I'm
oh,
going to adjust to it. But other than that, like my summer just pretty laid back summer.
mm, mm,
Nothing
mm.
too much happening. I only really did only one thing in particular that like I remember is the Japanese TA.
Mm.
She's going back to Japan, and there was a farewell party for them.
Aw,
So I went back to where my college was 2 hours away to celebrate um like them leaving.
aw, okay.
And then essentially just stayed there until like 2 a.m. and I had to drive home and I didn't get home till like 5 a.m. But that's really like the only notable thing that I've done this
Mm.
summer, to be honest. How about you, Ruka? How has your summer been for the past 3 months?
My summer's been good, I'd say, not really doing too much. There was some crazy stuff that did happen that I won't disclose here, just some personal stuff that happened. But,
Hmm.
for the most part, other than that thing that happened, was all right, relaxing, working on some different projects and stuff like that, still doing regular stuff for the reaction channel, but also working on some personal stuff. I talked about it with you and also with Michael a little bit with some friends of mine that I actually started DMing my first tabletop RPG campaign. So that's
Hmm.
kind of exciting. I've never been a DM before, but the guys, my friends, are super helpful with me and helping me
Hmm.
gather everything together and make sure I have the right information for stuff. But yeah, so far it's been really really fun. We're running a different game tonight, not the one that I'm DMing, but one of them is actually the DM for that, so I'm just playing in that. But yeah, so they're getting ready for stuff like with school, the new semester coming up, and work. Some of them are
Hmm.
working jobs now. But no, yeah, it's been really, really fun. My first time as a DM, just been nerve-wracking, but also really exciting
Hmm.
because they're all really good at
Hmm.
taking the story in unexpected directions, which you kind of have to expect that as a
Yeah,
DM.
that's kind of what you
You're gonna
expect.
have stuff planned out in your head, but then the players are gonna throw you a huge curveball, and it's gonna be like, okay, I just have to think on the fly. How do I get this to this? Okay, but it's been super super fun. I've just been having the best time with it, and again, I'm so grateful that they're so helpful with me as a first time DM. So yeah, yeah, that's what I've been doing this summer.
Okay.
Mhm.
And Mike,
Hello.
Hello.
how has your
I've
summer been?
really nothing too much. I've as well. But yeah, I've really been into VTubers a lot because
Mm.
yeah, nothing much happening in the idol world really for me. So yeah, and speaking of D&D, I've yeah in the VTuber server that I'm a part of, I'm playing D&D with some people as well.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's been fun.
Yeah, I've
It's
been
been fun.
watching that, the Mythbreakers series, right?
Mhm,
Yeah,
mhm. I've also
it's
been.
thanks to Michael actually that I've been getting more into VTubers. And like that group specifically, the 5 of them that are doing the Mythbreakers campaign, they're all so funny.
I really need to catch up with that actually. But
Mm.
yeah,
And then I guess a little quick thing before we start the idol stuff. Did you guys watch any of the Olympics at all this year, or
I
no?
I did.
Mm.
I just been watching the equestrian because yeah, I used to do equestrian a little bit when I was younger, so
Mm. I
nostalgia's
watched
good.
I watched the opening ceremony and that's about
Mm.
it. Most of the other stuff I just kept up with was
Oh
like
yeah,
stuff I was seeing like online. But the
Yeah, I
opening
watched the
ceremony
opening
was really
ceremony.
cool.
Well, there were a couple games that I watched. Like I was mainly trying to watch the Japan female soccer team, but however, because of NBC and how there wasn't really like any time slots, it's mainly just like the American games or that are on
yeah.
TV,
Mm.
which kind of sucked. But like the few games that like I did end up watching for soccer, I ended up watching like maybe 1 or 2 matches of judo.
Mm.
I think like a thing of
Mhm.
swimming and not really that much, and just the U.S. Japan women's basketball game. That's really all. But I wish I could have watched more,
Mm.
honestly. But oh well.
Mm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
Now should we?
yeah, before we go into discussing the idol stuff that we have queued up for our video today, we actually do have a really important big announcement about the channel actually.
Mm-hmm.
So we've the 3 of us have like all been talking with each other for like the past few months, and we finally we finally just decided a few days ago. Was it like a week ago maybe we decided this?
It was
It
like a
was,
week or two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
a week or two.
we decided to let go of Jerison. Now, Jerison has been a part of the channel for a while now, not
Like
since the beginning, but he came in like 1 year, 2 years ago, maybe
a
somewhere around
year and a
that time
half,
frame.
two
A
years
year and a
ago,
half, yeah,
Around that time, yeah.
around
somewhere
that
around there.
time. So it was really nice, working with him, and he is a nice guy, but we just found that due to various circumstances, it has been difficult for us to all work with him. And
Mm.
obviously with recent circumstances, we haven't been able to get any regular content out on the main channel, and Jerison primarily has been showing difficulty with that. So for that and various other reasons, we decided it was time to let him go. And you're probably, if you follow him on Twitter, you're gonna see him say stuff like that. It's only a temporary leave. I'm probably gonna come back to the channel if they need me. No, we decided that although we do like him, we know that he's a nice person, we just can't work with him on this channel anymore. So it is a
Yeah,
permanent leave from the channel for Jerison. So
yeah,
yeah, it was rough for all of us, but it was something we ultimately, knew we had to do just because, again, it was too difficult for the 3 of us to work with Jerison on the same. I'll say we weren't working on the same level, basically. We weren't matching the same
Yeah.
wavelength. It just wasn't working out, so we decided we just had to let him go so we can move
mm,
forward with trying to, get more regular content on the channel and trying to expand the channel a little bit more cuz this channel is growing. We started up this channel like 3 years ago or 4 years
three.
And
ago.
at least
Was it
It's
3 years ago?
it was at least 3 years ago, I think.
mm,
At least I
like
can
this
look this
this
up
channel
really
has been
fast.
around for a while now, and obviously, it has grown since we started it. So, we do want to try and help this channel grow to get more
4
regular
years
idol
ago.
content out. 4 years ago. Yeah.
4 years ago.
But yeah, that's where we want to turn the conversation over to you, because we actually want to look for more people to help us out with working on the channel, trying to help it grow, help it get more regular content out. So of course, we're gonna leave like our socials and stuff like that in the description box, like we usually do. So, feel free to check that out and get in contact with any three of us to try. If you're interested in working on this channel with us, please let us know. We would love to be able to get more people working on this channel and try to do different things on here. I feel like this channel, we could do so much fun things with it if we just had more people to work on it and really help this channel develop more. But yeah, so uh-oh, it says I disconnected. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I was afraid this would happen. I disconnected. But yeah, we'll be able to move on into the discussions once I'm able to reconnect again. I am so sorry for this, guys. I was not expecting this. Yeah, disconnected. Okay, hold on one second. Okay, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties there, but we're back now. But yeah, anyways, with that announcement for the channel out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and get into the discussion proper. So where do we want to start?
Probably in terms of actual idols.
Right.
Well, technically, VTubers are considered somewhat idols, so.
I mean, true, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Because even them,
3D
Real life
idols, 2D
idols is what I
idols, it's
mean.
still idols.
they themselves consider themselves idols, so.
Right.
True.
Not wrong. But anyways, might as well just start off with AKB, I guess, with their new single, because it's been 3 months that we have not had the chance to talk about their new single at all.
Right.
Whether it be lineup, performance, thoughts on the lineup, what kind of single it is. So yeah.
I need to look up this lineup because I've not been following AKB in a long while.
Feel free to share it too once you find the link, because I'm kind of blanking on. I know I know certain members that are in the lineup, but I don't know the exact lineup.
There.
There
I sent the link. But anyways, at first, when was the single announced? Was it in the concert after Michan's graduation?
Yeah, it was
The day
around
after?
that time.
Yeah.
Was it announced then? No. It was the concert after Michan's grad concert the next day. But yeah, there was a lot of speculation on when this next single was going to release, because by the time it does release, the Shitsura Arigato was going to be released a year and a half since this new single release, which is like unfathomable to think about, that it took AKB this long to release. I heard many people saying it's because they were waiting for Michan to graduate. And it's kind of like, I don't really know if I like that reasoning, but it kind of felt like it was true, essentially, when they did it the day after, announced it the day after her graduation concert. But there were a lot of rumors to saying who the center of the song would be.
Rumors.
Rumors. That was an unintended pun there. I'm sorry.
Unintended, but it works. But it works.
It works. It works just fine. Um, Now, do you want to announce the lineup?
Oh yeah. I'll pull it up so we can see it. So yes, the lineup is Okabe Rin, Oguri Yui, Shitao Miyu, Chiba Eri, Nishikawa Rei, Mukaichi Mion, Yokoyama Yui, Kurano Narumi, Muto Tomu, Team 8 Yokoyama Yui, Kashiwagi Yuki, Kubo Satone, Taniguchi Megu, Honda Hitomi. He-chan is in the Senbatsu, which
Oh,
is awesome. And she's like
I mean,
she's like a frontliner, right? In like the formation. I heard
yeah, of course she is. Of
I heard
yeah,
that
course.
she's like yeah.
not
Yeah,
not surprising.
mhm. Onishi Momoka, Murayama Yuri, Yamauchi Mizuki, and Okada Nana is the center for the song.
Yes, we found that out, I believe, the day that they first performed
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
song.
So,
But
first
the
off,
one thing
congrats
to
to
take
Nana
note,
for the center,
yeah,
and congrats to Hee-chan for getting in the Senbatsu in the frontliner. That's just awesome.
I mean, there are also some members where it's their first senbatsu as well.
Right.
Megu, this is her first
Right,
ever
Mego!
Really?
senbatsu.
Nice.
Yes, it's literally her first ever
Yeah, like Mega's
senbatsu.
been in the group for
And
a long time, so it actually kind of
I was
surprised me
about
when I heard
to.
this was her first Senbatsu.
I forgot who else was the first senbatsu. I think Chiba Eddie. I could be wrong on that.
Eddie, Rei? Nishikawa Rei? Is it her first Senbatsu?
I think Nishiko Ore was in a senbatsu before. I could be wrong.
Mm.
I'm trying to look at the comments
Nope,
to see because I remember
no, it's her first Senbatsu for the
Mm,
single.
mm, mm,
Um,
mm, mm, mm.
because I know that there's
yeah.
and as obviously big thing to notice, this is an AKB only
Yep.
No
senbatsu.
sister group.
And you know how long it's been since I've tweeted and just been saying the whole entire time. I've been waiting. I've been waiting for an AKB only senbatsu. It's at least been 2 years since I mentioned something like that on Twitter, I
Mm,
think.
mm, mm,
And
mm,
it finally came into fruition. So like I'm so ecstatically
mm,
happy
mm.
because I'm not saying like having the sister group members in there was bad. It's just like I felt like AKB needed to push more of their
Own
members
members.
because
Yeah.
Yeah,
the sister group
exactly.
have their own singles.
Mm, mm, mm.
So I'm happy to see a few more new Senbatsu members in
Mm.
the lineup.
And plus they like
Personally,
actually mentioned it when they actually announced the single. This is like their first only AKB Senbatsu since Chance no Junban,
Chance no Junban,
which
yeah,
was
the
like
first
10
Janken
years
Taikai,
ago? A little
the
over
first
10
Janken.
years ago? That's crazy!
Yeah, over 10 years. Over 10 years ago.
Wow. No, but yeah, like that is awesome that they're doing this, that rather than like having it, flooded in with like all these other group members, taking the
Mm.
time to focus on themselves, on just AKB. I think that's what the group really needs right now.
It, yeah, it definitely really needs that, to
Mm,
be honest.
mhm.
And then even before the center was announced, there were a couple people that I was like hoping would have been center. Not saying like Natchan's bad at center, like she's
Mm,
fine. Just like I kind of wanted like more newer faces,
Or
if that
I was
makes
about.
sense. Like more young
mm,
members. Like the members I was thinking that I would want to have been center was Nishikawa Rei,
mm,
Chiba Eddie, Kuo
Mm.
Satone, and I would have been fine with Azuki center again because her last single wasn't terrible, and I felt like she
yeah.
deserved better. But
Mm,
like I would have been fine with any of them being the center. But the one person that I kind of not really wanting to be center, if I had to be honest, was Hee-chan. Like, I'm sorry, I know it's not. It's actually this is more of a popular opinion, but like, just because she was an Eyes One, I didn't want her to just automatically be center.
Yeah.
Just because
No, yeah, that
she
makes sense. I
became
think
so
pretty
popular.
much everyone had that opinion, being like, yeah, we get it. Like Hee-chan had this like overwhelming popularity because she was part of Eyes One, but like that doesn't mean they should automatically have to push her towards the center in like anything. Like definitely give her
Right.
like her spotlight and give her time to shine. Yeah, but like don't push her too
Overdo
far
it.
into the front
Yeah.
that she outshines all these other members.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And is this the first single with we have the double Yokoyama Yuis in it?
I
Because
think
I don't know if
so.
I can think of another.
I
I
don't.
can't think of another song where both Yokoyama Yuis
I think.
are
Hold
in.
on, is this Team 8's Yui? Is this her first Senbatsu?
Hold on a minute.
Like, while I'm thinking about that, I feel like because I can't remember
Is
her
it?
being in a past
I feel like
Senbatsu.
she wasn't in like one other Senbatsu, but I'm not
One.
entirely sure.
Hmm.
I can't remember.
Hold on, I've got the
I
AKB48
feel like
wiki up.
Mike
Give me
said.
a second. Oh no, it's actually her first Senbatsu, the
There
single.
you go. There
I
you
thought she was in
go.
another one.
All right.
All right, then we cleared that up.
Okay. And I guess another thing to take note is that Kashiwa Yuki was announced for the lineup. The lineup was made before Yukirin knew about had her whole surgery thing go on
Right, because
with
she had
her
like, what was it,
diagnosis.
a cyst that was like in her spine or a nerve in her
It was
spine
like
that
in
was pinched?
between. I think it was like a cyst in between like two of her spinal discs or something. But I'm not a doctor, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, she's been recovering really fast.
Mm.
She even had her
Mm.
like whack activities postponed as well because of that. I'm waiting for that to come back. But honestly, obviously, I believe Oda Edina has been replacing her up in live performances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When, so there is that. Um, I know Ruka, you haven't listened to the song yet
Yes.
because
So,
you wanted
full
to see the reaction.
disclaimer, I did not watch their performance, their debut performance of this song, mainly because I think around the same time when this was happening, SKE had also announced their new single, and
Oh yeah.
that's coming out in a few weeks too, in the start of September, and they already released the music video for it, which we'll talk about more in a bit. But I was like, oh, they released their music video early, so like I'm gonna wait for AKB to see if they do the same thing. So like the music video hasn't come out yet, so I haven't heard anything of the song or seen anything of the performance. All that I really know is that apparently there is a rock type of sound in this song. Like, is it kind of a rock sound? Is it?
I wouldn't say
I
rock.
wouldn't say rock.
I would say it's more funky, like an energetic kind of funky kind of sound.
Mm.
If you can agree with me, Mike.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Okay.
Unlike Java Java, which was really slow, this is definitely up tempo
Much
because
faster.
this is
Yeah, much
a dance
faster.
song. This is
Okay.
a dance heavy song
I
based
mean,
on the
Mm.
choreography that we saw.
I could imagine because having like members like, not just Nachan, of course, because we know Nachan is an amazing dancer, but like Yuri is
Mm.
in there, Hee-chan is in there, Team 8's Yokoyama Yui is in there, and they're all
Mhm.
phenomenal dancers in the group. And like
Mm-hmm.
just from what I've heard, even though I've seen nothing of the choreography, I've heard people saying they looked so synchronized and they look so cool.
Oh yes,
Mhm.
So
they
I'm
did.
expecting a lot from this.
It was a very good song. This is what AKB needed as their
Mm.
first, I guess, for this new chapter, first official new chapter with AKB only songs. This
Mm-hmm.
is a probably perfect song to start off with. As you know, some of the past AKB songs I've not really been a fan of. Shitsune no Arigato, I thought it was trash. I did like Sustainable because it reminded me of old AKB. And then even like Juwari Days, I kind of started loving it more, especially after going to Japan just kind of became sentimental to me. But before that, it's like I didn't really care for AKB songs, as all you guys have known. But I'm happy with this song. I think it's a good song. But there's only one part of the choreography that like I'm not really a big fan of, but it's only like a very nitpicky kind of thing. And that's like when they like throw up their legs during like the beginning of the chorus. It just looks so off to me. It just kind of this is gonna sound like a weird
When you
reference.
say throwing up their legs, are you talking about
like a really
like a cheerleader thing where they're like standing on one foot, or is it like they're jumping and their
that's
like
like
knees
a
are going
really
like
high.
they're jumping. See, the
Okay.
weird reference, I'm gonna explain it. Probably weird. It's like a Yosemite Sam, like when he's buckling up and he just starts jumping on both of his legs. That's. I know that's a weird reference.
So like a heel kick sort of thing?
It was like a really high kick of like some description. I genuinely like I remember the performance, but I don't exactly know when they performed it. So it's
But that is what it reminded me of, even though it's a weird reference. But it's only that part where I think like it's the only thing that throws me off with the choreography. Everything else, I'm happy with. It just seems weird because I can't even imagine like dancing to the song with that part because I just feel like it would feel really weird to dance to.
Well,
So,
I'm definitely gonna keep my eye out for that part when I do eventually check this out. Because I definitely want to do like a reaction to this over on our second channel.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, just based on what I've heard from fans' reactions to this and hearing you guys talk about this, I'm really excited for this.
You should be. They did well for their new chapter, their first song in their new chapter.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to it. All right, I guess in that same vein, next we can talk about the newest episode of AK Bingo Neo, which
you can
aired.
Talk about that.
Oh, did you not see
I have
it?
not watched it.
I have not seen any AKB Neo episodes except for the debut episode, when they announced the Senbatsu. I'm sorry.
Again, I don't keep up with AKB, so I haven't watched it either. So
I'm sorry.
Wait a minute. Announce the Senbatsu. Are you talking about their other show? Nogisaka ni Kozaremashita.
Oh crap.
Yeah, I haven't watched an episode of that. I haven't watched anything of Nogisaka ni Kozaremashita. I'm talking about AK Bingo!
I'm sorry. When I hear AKB show, I just thought of the new show. I'm sorry, I completely forgot about AKB Neo.
Oh, nice.
Whew.
Nice.
No, okay, no. I'm talking about the second episode of the newest iteration of AK Bingo Neo, where they had their casual fashion show. They brought that segment back.
I didn't watch it, but I heard of things about it. From you, Ruka.
No, yeah. So they brought the guy back, the Uematsu-san, who does the judging for it.
Oh, they brought him back?
Yeah, they brought him back.
Oh my. Because I think the last time during AK Bingo, when they did have the fashion show, they didn't have him.
Did they not?
I believe they didn't have him the last time they did the AKB faction, which I think was a couple years ago. Not back for when like the Golden Gen AK Bingo, but like the most recent one. That's not this new one. I believe they did not have Uematsu-san. So I'm happy
I
to
can't
hear that
remember
he's
exactly.
back.
I feel like they did, just personally.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, they brought him back. They had Aoki-san back because they also kind of mixed it with like the Munekyun phrase. So it was like, depending on the scenario that the girls were dressing up for, they had like little Munekyun phrase sections, and then Aoki would judge them. So it was like there was Uematsu-san's vote. It was like, because it was kind of a competition between two teams. It was, I believe it was Murayama Yuri's team and Okada Nana's team. So it was two teams, each of the members being split up, and they each did different coordinates, different types of fashion for different scenarios, and would compete with each other. So you had Uematsu-san's vote, you had Aoki-san's Munekyun vote of like how much he liked the phrase, the Munekyun phrase. And then you had Kurano Narumi there as a tiebreaker, basically, where she just picked based on personal preference what she liked. Now, unfortunately, around the time they recorded this, Mukaichi Mion was in quarantine, so she couldn't be there for the actual recording of the episode in the studio, but she still participated in it. She like got all dressed up and like filmed like from her home, and her outfit was pretty cute. So yeah, there were a lot of like some really cute, really funny moments from that of like, Uematsu-san, like he is still savage. Like he can be such a savage when it's like coming to like, if he sees, like a type of fashion he doesn't like, he will say it honestly, which is like that is so
Yeah.
much fun to watch. And then obviously, like the Munekyun aspect of that again, like just hearing like what they come up with was so cute. The one that I really liked was, let's see, it was Machalin, and I forget who she got paired up with, but their outfits were really cute, and their scenario was basically being on a date, and the Munekyun phrase was basically being like, oh, let's go get some drinks. So it's like a double date basically. So it's like going to get two different drinks. So the two couples split up, and then they're like, look, now we're all alone together. It's like, oh my gosh, it was so cute. So yeah, that episode was a lot of fun to watch. They did a studio performance of Shitsuden Arigato. Didn't really. It was all right. It's all right. It's like not the best song, but it's like like it's all right. It's all right.
Right, it's all right.
I'll be honest. I kind of went for a bathroom break when they went to perform it. So it's like. Because I was eating lunch at the time the episode was airing, so like. I'm sorry, that sounds so bad, but like, it's just like. I don't care too much for this song. They're gonna announce something at the end, so I'm just gonna go for a quick bathroom break and then come back.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, actually there was an announcement at the end of the episode, and that's one of the main MCs, Muramoto, actually announced that he was departing from the show. So I know that, like, because they are gonna do like a third episode. They're planning on doing a third episode for AK Bingo Neo. So I'm assuming it's just gonna be
Is it just Muramoto,
Nakagawa Paradise.
Or... Yeah.
No, it's not the pair. It's just Muramoto.
Just Muramoto.
Just Muramoto. So like, just he departed. So I assume it's just gonna be Paradise. Nakagawa Paradise, either by himself or they're gonna find maybe someone to pair him up with so they can have like the duo thing. I don't know. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. I don't think they didn't really go into details of like what they're gonna do, whether it's gonna be Paradise by himself or like they're gonna bring someone else in to do it with him.
I think they're probably gonna bring somebody else to do it with him, because I don't know, this is just me, like I don't see really Paradise being able to do it by himself, because he was more like the Kyoto with like the Bad Boys, where Sada was like the main MC. So it's either they're probably going to get like a total new MC duo, or they're going to have somebody else come in to help him. Like the
Right.
only MC that I could see them doing it like by themselves would be like Sandwich Man when they were doing the Keyakizaka bingo. Like because both of them are like strong, like on their own. So I
Right,
could see like
right.
one of them doing it, or like Salabe or Suchida. Like I could see them doing it like
Right,
by
right, right.
themselves because they've been with idols. But
Mm-hmm.
Paradise, I don't really see it
Mm.
him doing it by himself. I don't know
Yeah,
if
like
that's
it's
how
like
you see
he's
it.
fine on his own, but it's because he has Muramoto to like work off of.
Right.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Hopefully they will come out with more details closer to when they actually do work on, filming the episode and stuff like that. But yeah, so I guess we can move on to SKE next, because we briefly brought
Sure.
them up a bit just a few minutes earlier. But SKE also announced their new single, Anokoro no Kimi o Mitsuketa. It's coming out in the 1st of September, but they already released the music video for it, and I actually reacted to it over on our second channel. I'm going to be sure to leave a link up here in the info card so that you can check it out if you haven't seen that. But have the two of you seen it or know anything
Yes,
about
I
it?
have.
I feel like I have actually,
Hmm.
even though I don't know like half of like the newer members in that group.
Same. I just had to rewatch the music video because I watched it when it first released,
Hmm.
so I had to
Mm.
rewatch it to remember everything.
Hmm.
So, is it fine if I just state like my opinion
Oh yeah,
of
go
the song
ahead.
now? I as Now this is the start of SK's new chapter because Jurina has graduated.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the first song of their new chapter, I liked it. It's definitely really youthful, as
Mm.
the center of the song is. Oh, I don't really know her because I haven't been really been
Hayashi
paying attention to
Mirai.
So
SK's new gen. But I know that she's young. I think 12.
Yeah,
she's the
12.
youngest of
So
the
it
She's
makes
she's
no?
the youngest in SKE and also the youngest member overall in the 48 group.
Yeah, it was about yeah.
so it would make sense that this song is really youthful. Um, there's only like one problem that I have with the music video. It seems like there is this pinkish gradient over a lot of the music video, and it just looks weird to me. Well, not just pinkish. There's also like the yellowish as well. But like
I
the
mean, I do
beach,
remember seeing it in like certain scenes, but like I didn't get that feel for like the entirety of the music video,
well,
only
not
just one certain section.
well for those sections that it did, it felt off, just like frustration. But like the beach scenes that were shot, those beautiful,
Oh
crisp,
yeah, the beach
and
scenes were gorgeous.
and let me just say, their costumes for this single, I absolutely love the look of the design of the costumes. Where you have like these blue, kind of like see-through, not like that see-through, but like, and then the skirt underneath, a straight
Mm-hmm.
skirt underneath. I feel like that those colors complement each other really well,
Yeah, yeah.
and they look really good. So I'm very happy with that. Um, and then this song, at least the music video, reminded me of another music video. Was it Igai ni Mango? Although
Oh,
this isn't like
Igai
a
ni
swimsuit.
Mango.
Was it? Is this the same location as where Igai ni Mango was
No, because I think in
shot?
Igai ni Mango they went to Taiwan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
no, in
pretty
this
sure.
music video for Anokoro, they went to Okinawa.
it just that like the beachfront kind of looked similar to me. That's why I was just wondering. But it definitely had a bit of Igai ni Mango vibes with the
A
beach
little bit.
things. Only a little bit,
Yeah.
but just something that I took notice to. But overall, I really enjoyed this song for SKE's new chapter. What have? What about you, Mike? If
To be
you've listened
honest,
to the
like
song.
I liked it. I liked the song as well. Like as someone who's barely following SKE nowadays, it did kind of remind me of like the music video specifically reminded me of like the old beach music videos that they had, like Igai ni Mango. The other one of the other ones I think was Aishiterabu.
Oh,
I'm not
I said
entirely
Abaru is a good one.
Instead of it,
so yeah. Overall, I liked it.
Mm.
Nothing much else to say.
Mm. Oh, you know another one that I kind of get vibes from in this more recent one? Gomen na Summer.
Yes, that was
Mm.
the other one in my head. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see it now.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now I know that we don't have. Oh,
just
sorry.
the
Go on.
image of SKE and Summer is like inseparable,
mm,
basically. It's
at
like
this point, yeah.
they've done so many different types of songs that have very like bright and summery feels. Like Pareo is another one. Pareo a Emerald. Like,
Mm.
oh
Yes.
my goodness. That is one of my favorite title tracks from them. One of my favorite like singles from them. And I love Pareo. No, but yeah, I do really like this. I do think, yes, like you said, it is very youthful, very bright, energetic, summery. It's very refreshing too as well. Cause I think like kind of in a similar vein to what AKB is doing. I do like that it has like the mix of like these older generation members that a lot of fans are familiar with,
Mm,
but then still having like these newer faces that maybe don't get as much spotlight. Like
Mm.
Sugawara Maya, this is her first time in Senbatsu in a while. I think she dropped out
oh,
after I forget at which point, but like she was in. I remember her being in Ikinari Punchline, and then she kind of dropped out of the Senbatsu after that. So seeing her back makes me really happy.
Mm.
Hmm. And again, Hayashi Mide as the center is really cool. There does obviously come the concerns of being like her being so young, hoping like the staff doesn't push her too much.
like
Like
as
that's always a concern, especially with like newer younger members. You never want
yeah.
them to be like pushed in the spotlight too much.
I don't think it will be a problem with SKE, to
Hmm.
be honest. Like, I don't see this happening of what happened with Kayaki, or
Yeah.
even like I don't see that happening because SKE out of like all the 48 groups, in my opinion, I still feel like they're like the strongest, more
Mhm.
balanced
Mm,
group overall, where they can
Mhm.
just pull
definitely.
people from, they can just pull any member and be like, hey, you can be in this position and it'll be fine
Yeah,
because you have the
yeah.
seniority with Now and Das
Mhm.
that you can just pull
Mm,
in for centers because they've been some of the
Or
most recent
Ego-chan or
centers
Ego-chan.
are Ego-chan.
yeah,
Mm.
So like I don't feel like it'll be a problem with SK
No,
if I had to be
I
honest.
don't think so either because I think just from what I've seen of this girl, she's got the confidence and the spunk to get the job as center done. Like
mm,
I saw just before the music video came out, I recently saw a clip of her. I believe it was during the day portion of Jurina's graduation concert. This girl sang Mushino Ballad.
I was about
Right.
to say
Oh
I
right. That's
remember
what.
you sending me that clip.
Right,
I
and
was
I was
like,
like, I was
whoa,
impressed with this girl. Because, like, Mushino
whoa.
Ballad is one of those songs in the 48 group that's, like, it's hard
Uh,
to sing. Because it's a really
mm,
powerful song. So, like, the fact that this 12-year-old girl is singing it and she sounds really good and really stable, I'm like, okay, I got my eye on you. show me what you got, girl. And yeah, she was really cute in this. I thought her expressions were really cute in like some of the acting scenes where she was like, playing with like schoolmates that were played by other SKE members. Her expressions in that and stuff were really cute, and her dancing is really good. So I definitely see that potential in her. So
Mm.
yeah, I was
Mm.
I was definitely impressed by her. So yeah.
Before we move on to another group, is it fine if I talk about Arayuki, or can we talk about Arayuki? Because I don't think
Yeah,
the last time we did a video,
yeah.
did she debut then? No, I think
I
she
don't think she
debuted
did.
after. I think she debuted after
Yeah,
we
it
did our
had to
last
have been
video.
after because we
With the
haven't.
rest
I
That
don't
that
remember
has
us
been
talking about it on the channel, so I had to say that our last discussion video was before she.
I think our last video we announced that she announced that she would do wrestling
Mm-hmm.
before her debut. So
Right.
yeah, this makes sense. So like I've seen only a couple of her wrestling matches. I have not been, even though like I paid for the subscription for Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling. Like I paid for the subscription to watch the lives, but I haven't been
Dun,
watching
dun.
any recently. And I know that she's been winning kind of matches now, which is
Hmm.
kind of sad that I haven't seen her win any match. But I need to go back and just start watching some recent matches
Mm.
of like her wrestling. And it's not just Arayuki, like Maki Ito, obviously kind of big, well known within like the female wrestling kind of scene because of
Mm.
like her
Mm. Mm.
spunk and her Twitter. I don't know, Mike, have you seen
Twitter.
Maki Ito's Twitter?
Yeah.
It's just been fun just watching like this wrestling thing, watching her grow as a
Hmm.
wrestler in general. Because like I think we said before, like I wasn't expecting her just to become a wrestler like out of nowhere. Obviously, like she did do not tofu WIP. She did WIP back when AKB did
Right.
it.
Right. She
But
wasn't in the drama, but she did do. It was
Yeah.
the second event that they held. Was it Queendom?
yeah, Queendom. Yes, Queendom.
Yeah.
And then she apparently did something else wrestling related with Das and Kautan, apparently, before that. So that's where somebody noticed her or whatever.
Hmm.
But like out of me came out of left field. It's just kind of funny how like Jarina was obviously like my Oshimen of all the 48 groups and of SKE. She's a wrestling fan, of like a big wrestling fan. I'm still waiting for her to debut as a wrestler, even though I don't know if that will happen now. But it's
Hmm.
just kind of weird how like after Drina left, Arayuki is now my Oshimen of SKE, and now she's an actual
And
wrestler.
actually.
So it's just kind of
The stars
weird.
aligned.
Hmm.
It's kind of a weird coincidence how that ended up being.
Hmm. No, but
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I've seen like a couple of like pictures of her during matches and stuff like that. But yeah,
mm,
I do think that it is really cool to see her like, challenging herself, doing something different because you don't always see, these idols, these dancing, singing pop idols in the ring. So that's really fun to
Yeah.
see.
right. Do you have any more thoughts on this, Mike?
Not really. It's just been fun listening to you guys talk about it. So
Yeah. And there's also her and Oshudin with their YouTube channel.
Right,
However,
right,
I
right,
think there
right.
was an announcement saying like if they don't reach a certain amount of subscribers, then the channel is getting terminated or something.
Oh,
And I
seriously?
think I remember hearing something about that.
I haven't been following their channel, so I didn't know anything about that. I don't know
no.
if that's true or not.
I swear I heard something about that. I
Mm,
think they made an announcement on their YouTube.
mm.
But anyways, I just wanted to talk about Arayuki because she was connected with SKE with her wrestling thing.
No, yeah, that's no problem. But yeah, I guess with that out of the way, if no one has anything else to say, we can move on to the Sakamichi side of the news. And first, we can talk about Sakurazaka 46, who recently announced their third single coming out in October later this year. So they announced the title for it, Nagaredama. They had a little teaser video when they announced it, and just yesterday on Sokusaka, their variety show, they announced the formation for the main song and also two of the B-sides.
Well, it's just the general B-side formations because, like, I'm assuming with the other singles, it's gonna be for multiple songs anyway. So
Right.
All right.
Now,
Now,
yeah, let's go ahead and talk about first this formation for the main title song Nagaredama, and I'll pull up the photo we have for it because
I think Mike would be best doing this.
changes and more changes.
I can't
yeah.
recognize every member. I have not been paying attention to Sakamichi, so I don't know any new Gen members' names.
I mean, there's only two in the main lineup, so out of 6. So I mean,
Okay.
if I can say my thoughts first, because I have a lot of them.
Go ahead.
Like I had little to no expectations that they were gonna change anything. If like considering I've been a fan since Keiki, and yeah, they didn't really change the center at all. And then like first two singles of Sakurazaka felt like it was gonna be the same, and then this
And then
this
this.
bombshell, and then this bombshell. Like I'm happy with the new center. The two new centers because one of them has stayed the same since the last two singles. Really, the only exception is she's not center for the A side this time, but for the B sides instead. But for me, like the center this time is actually another second gen. I feel like the second gens are getting a heavy push as opposed to, I guess, a lot of the first gens really. So if they're not a popular first gen, then what's the point really? And I guess, and unlike last time where Sakura 8 was evenly split between first and second gen, now it's heavily first gen. But then again, your front three are second gen members. So, and 2/3 of your centers are second gen. So I think that gives it a bit of a balance in a sense. Yeah, I was alright with it. A lot of people were kind of upset about mainly Fujiyoshi Karen and Koike Minami being out of Sakura 8, but for me that kind of made sense. Like with Michan especially, for me it was like only a matter of when, not if. Karen was more of the surprise because as on Twitter have told me, like Karen's music videos were the most popular music videos out of all of them so far. I think Nazikoi nearly at 10 million views on YouTube. Someone correct me in the comments if I'm wrong on that.
I can
yeah,
look this up really fast.
Good and Nakota are similar numbers as well, but yeah. Only one change from second single. That's really Takemoto, who was in Fujiyoshi's song Back Row last single. So she was swapped in for Inoue. So
Mm.
and the B side to me the B sides are really strong too. The only real gripe I've got about this is Morita centering the B sides. Like she's Mayoshi, don't get me wrong. But if this is a seven song single like the last two, that means at this point she's centered like a third of the discography so far, and I don't know if I feel comfortable with that.
Mm.
But that's just me. But
Okay.
and finally, we've got a first gen Santa for Sakurazaka officially now with
Mm.
Watanabe Risa centering. So yeah,
And also, Nazekoi has 8.2 million views. Just
thank you.
Mm.
8.
I just
Um,
pulled the 10 million number off the top of my head, so
That's
I'm
still
just
a lot.
I mean, compared to, let's see, what the other, nobody's management's fault. Um, 5.6 million,
I think
5.6. Buddies,
Karen,
3.3.
yeah, Karen's music videos have done better than like the other music videos. I don't know Guzin no Kota's numbers off the top of my head, but I know
Kuzen,
it's a lot more. I know it's a
2.1
lot
million.
2.1
Has,
million. Wow.
then
combined.
Omota,
That's like
yeah.
Mm.
I mean, my, I guess, thoughts on this lineup. I guess I have to admit I was wrong in what I thought the Sakura 8 was. I'm fine with admitting me being wrong. I thought it was just going to be the same 8 members within the
I did
Sakura
as
8.
well, to be honest.
Mm.
So I was wrong. It's fine. I'm admitting it. Okay, I was wrong. Um, but obviously, like I'm happy because Bedika is in the second row and part of the
Yeah,
Sakura 8 within this single, so that makes me happy as she's, I guess, my overall Oshiman within 48-46.
Mm.
Um, very happy with that. Something that I kind of maybe thought that they could do because Sakurazaka's on third gen, right?
second gen, excluding the new members that came in as part of the Kenshuse, second gen still.
Oh, they're still second gen.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay, I thought they were considered third gen. I don't know why. But
Mm.
never mind. I was just gonna be like, maybe each generation can have one center for one of the songs. But now
That
that you said,
That's not a bad idea, though.
that's not a bad idea though.
Hmm.
A lot of people I've seen want also narrate to center.
Mm.
She's the one in the back left corner next to Matsudarina. But yeah,
yeah, yeah, because
personally, go on, Steve. Sorry.
I'm like looking at like that formation, like I did not know who that was at all. I did not know. Sorry, you can go ahead now, Mike. What you were trying to say.
Oh, I was about to say, I also like how they have kind of evenly split like the new second gens. Like
Mm,
again, Ozono Moriera have stayed from second single, but compared to the second single B sides, there are
mm,
more distribution between the other new second gens. Like for Omota Yorimo Savishkanai, if I remember, with the exception of the two I just mentioned, they were all in that song.
mm.
So well, actually, still there isn't like half of them are in Morita's center couplings, but
Mm.
Mm. Mm.
Um, I'll look
oh
forward to this song because it's an October
yeah,
release song, and usually within 48, well, at least it was before with 48, that usually October songs are usually like one of my more favorite songs with
Mm.
releases. So
can I just say there is
yeah.
something coincidental with the date?
October
Because
13th?
the date, because it's the same date as the final live of Sakurazaka, because that was the
Mhm.
date of the final day of Keki's last live.
Hmm.
And I remember that because it was,
Oh.
I remember that because it's also, I think, Matsudarina's birthday too, and they
Oh.
celebrated it during that concert. So
Oh, Matsuri's
yeah,
birthday.
vice captain's birthday. Yep, it
That's
was either
cute,
her or Numa.
actually.
I can't remember because there were two members' birthdays like on each day of the final live, so I could be wrong again. But yeah. Also, about Kono being center, I feel like the surprise was her actually being center for me instead of like her being in front row in general because
Hmm.
I was
Hmm.
expecting that to happen with like the ridiculous push she was having anyway. Like her individual video for Nobody's Fault, highest of any of the second gens.
Oh, wait, that's
I think
right. The
it
Tamurabu,
was like one
what?
in
The attack,
yeah,
the one that was like a dating
yeah,
sim.
yep, that one. Um, over 1.5 million views already. Um,
That's
yeah, more news
amazing.
that we're gonna talk about in a bit, but yeah, she's got a solo photo book coming out
Mm, mm, mm,
um
mm.
next week actually, August 17th is
Mm.
the release, so next Tuesday. But yeah,
Ruka, do you have any thoughts on formation lineup?
Well, I mean, no, I was just listening to you guys to talk, but yeah, I mean, I am curious to see like what these songs are gonna be like, especially for like the Risa Center song. I feel like it's gonna be a really cool type of vibe.
I
And
don't
yeah,
Hmm.
know.
for hmm? You think no?
I I don't think so. Like maybe yes, they do stick with like the cool songs, the love songs, and whatever theme Tenchan Center songs had. But I don't know.
Tenchan song seems to be very bright.
Like
That's the
bright and
vibe that
like
I get from
friendship
them. They're
oriented, I guess.
bright.
Yeah.
Like you have like Nobody's Fault and Band, which are like the more powerful and
The
cool
yeah,
dance
exactly.
numbers. You have Nazekoi and Guzen no Kotae, which are a bit more
The
sentimental, talking about love and
mental,
stuff
yeah.
like that. And then you have Buddies and Omoteta Yorimo, which had a very brighter vibe to it.
Mm. And like maybe for the B sides they stick with the theme they've had for Hikaru for the past two single A sides. I don't know. But I when in regards to the teaser video, like I feel like it's gonna be an intense song, but
Mm,
it's Hono we're talking about, and I'm not sure. I'm honestly not sure. Like in band performances, you can see like her from second row, which was yeah one of the edges. I can't remember, but
Hmm.
you could see how powerful she was just from second row.
mm,
So like the surprise is gonna be what can she pull off as center
mm,
really, as opposed to if she can pull it off. It's a matter of how she's gonna pull it off.
mm,
But I think the two girls on either side of her, like they've both centered before, so I think especially Scudder to her right, my right. I don't know about you guys, but she's been A side center for like the past
oh,
9 months, nearly 10 months.
mm.
So I- I'd said this on Twitter, and like she can provide that support that
Oh yeah, definitely.
Hmm.
Risapon provided for her for the last two singles. So and then Tenchan, she's still young, so I wasn't expecting her to center anyway. Like she's still young. She's still got a lot of time to grow, really. Not in height, please, because she's nearly 170 centimeters tall, which for a 15-year-old, that's tall. Oh,
177
anyway,
centimeters. How tall is that in
That's
feet?
taller than me.
that's 5'6", 5'6". I don't.
Okay, 5'6". Okay,
Yes.
I'm around that height. 5'6", 5'7".
Well,
The last time I
yeah, around
checked.
that. I think it might be taller than that, but yeah, she's already 168.5 centimeters tall. So
Okay.
I don't know what that is in feet and inches, but so
God dang American metric system.
seeing her towering next to Hikaru when like they're performing her center song, it's just gonna be
I know,
no.
like Hikaru being older, but she's like so tiny next to Tenchan.
This is like for Hono's center songs, it's just gonna be like like the 3 bars they get on their cell phone
Exactly.
signal.
Tall,
It's just
medium,
like,
small. Oh my
you know what?
gosh. Now that I have
I'm
that
just
image in
gonna
my
say
head, I'm never letting go of
I
it.
no, that's what I see whenever I see like Hikaru, Pawn, maybe someone like Habu. It's just like slope.
Slow.
It's
本当
just
の
like a
坂道
slope.
になる.
Yeah, he really
Yeah.
became a slope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Anyway, I'm excited. I'm just waiting for like the radio for now because again,
Oh yeah, I'm
teaser
excited for that
video,
too. It'll
teaser
definitely be
video.
interesting to hear like what type of vibes they're gonna go for each song. Like who's gonna get what kind of vibe. I mean, you never know. They could throw us a curveball and give Hikaru the emotional, sentimental love song.
I would like that actually.
That could work.
Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Or like the bright, like happy songs like Buddies. Like that's what I want from Hikaru
Oh
really.
yeah. And Risa doing like the emotional, sentimental type. I could see
Yeah,
that too.
exactly.
Yeah. I could see
Exactly.
that actually. Ooh, I can't wait for this. Yeah. Woo.
Uh anyway.
All right, moving on.
I
Now
was gonna say about Hono's photo book, like there's like covers released already, there's like the music he shot as well, the postcard samples have been released too. I'm tempted to get it. But at the same time I'm like waiting to see how people react to it because the bikini shot as it is. I think the last time I felt this way about a photo book was Mori Yakuno's back in 2019. I'm just like,
Oh.
And like the title for the photo book is Itome, first step. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, first step.
She shot the photo book in both Hokkaido and Okinawa.
Oh.
And I'm liking these covers as well. I don't know which. If I did get it, I don't know which cover to get. To be honest, but I'm excited. It's releasing next week, same day as the Hinata Sakurazaka Lawson campaign, starting same day. So yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Then I guess moving on to Nogi Zaka.
I've got
It was announced through their YouTube, I think it was a couple weeks ago, but they have now started up auditions for 5th gen members.
They're nearly done with the first part of it, according to this Stage 48 post. So
Oh
initial
wow.
applications will run from July 19th to tomorrow, August 10th. The surprising part about this was that they allowed groups of people to audition together as opposed to just on their own. But
Ah, that's right. I saw something about that.
so they can apply on their own or as a group of 2 or 3. And they're really putting a 48 group on us now. Like girls between the ages of 12 and 20 can audition, I guess. And then yeah,
Right. But
and
like
then
for me, I was just like, they're doing another gen already because I feel like even though the fourth gen initially started in 2018 and then they just got like
18,
their
yeah,
newest parts in 2020, like I don't know, this kind of feels too soon, at least for me, for a
yeah,
fifth gen.
it felt kind of rushed to me,
Hmm.
especially especially as you said, like fourth gen just debuted 3 years ago. The new
Mm,
part of fourth gen just debuted last year. It's been over a year now, a year and a half actually, since they got chosen and debuted with their respective groups. So
right.
I don't know really. I'm hoping this is just going to be a relatively small gen,
Hmm.
not like the 15, 16 members of fourth gen.
Hmm.
But
Because that's like
I don't know.
something that the Sakamichi has been known for compared to the 48 group is that although like they're a big group, they don't have generally as many members
Any audition? Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
in
I
their
don't even know
groups.
the number of members in Nogi, but it can't be as much as the amount of members in AKB.
Definitely not.
I can
No.
maybe check on that overall. Is there? Let me see if there's a stat on one of the wiki pages.
Hmm.
Um, as of November 2020, they had 44 members.
Oh, there you go. And then Hinatazaka with 22, Sakurazaka with 25. So yeah, Sakamichi groups not really big groups,
Hmm.
but for like an outsider outsider who's not really into idols will think that's big. So
Hmm.
I just don't know.
Mm. So yeah, interesting to see how this turns out.
Hmm.
Okay, and with that,
Hmm.
we're done with 48, 46 news
Hmm.
or discussions, I guess.
All right. Well
So I
then.
don't know where you want to go from here.
Hmm. I mean, is it all right if I briefly talk about this with K-pop? We can talk about this because we had
Sure.
uh a couple different groups having like comebacks in succession between July and early August, like this first week of August. So
Okay.
first up, I actually want to bring this up. They I believe they had their comeback first. They're kind of a group I'm like trying to get into a little bit more. I've known about them for a while because I think they have a really cool concept, and like with this most recent comeback what they had, I've been trying to get more into them more. But it's a group called Pink Fantasy, and they had their comeback last month in July. Their comeback called Poison, which I think you'll really like it, Steve. I'll show it to you later, but there's like a very heavy metal influence in the song, even a little bit
Oh,
of screamo
okay.
mixed in here. So it's like,
Oh, really?
yeah, so I think you'll like it. Like the group definitely has kind of an edge to them. There's kind of a darker edge to them. So yeah, that was pretty cool. The song was really good. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna show you the music video for Poison once we finish up recording here. But yeah,
Mm.
obviously, Luna, this is a big one. They had their comeback in July. In July, right? July or June. It was really recent, but they had their comeback with the And album and their title track PTT, Paint the Town, which this is their first OT12 comeback after Hostel came back from hiatus, which is obviously really, really happy. It made me so happy to get to see her performing with the girls again. And PTT, it is really good. And they also released a Japanese version of the song as well, because they are going to have their Japanese debut in September, which I am so hyped for. I cannot wait for that, to see what they're gonna do with their Japanese debut. So yeah, recently the girls, they're starting back up promotions. They had to stop promotions for a while because one of the staff members got tested positive for COVID, so the girls had to quarantine for a bit. But they've been given the okay to do promotions again. They haven't been able to do much yet because, Olympics, several different music shows and stuff like that have kind of, they took some breaks to, like have the Olympics air. But like hopefully they're gonna start doing like promotions too. Maybe they're also gonna be not just for Paint the Town, also doing promotions for one of the B-sides, Wow, which that's a really
Mhm.
catchy song. I really like that. And but they did actually, before they went on hiatus, they did get their first win for Paint the Town on, it was the show, the music show, the show. They got their first win for that, and it's their first OT12 win. So that was amazing to see. It was really cute actually, because like Yojin, the youngest member, who's also the shortest member, keep this in mind. They made a promise with Hassel that they said if they win, they're gonna piggyback her on the stage. So when they started doing the encore performance, when they were like singing on the stage celebrating their win, Yojin was like crying and trying to piggyback Hassel, carrying her on her back. She couldn't do it the whole way through because, tiny body and also very emotional. She couldn't carry her. So Heejin came in and picked her up and did like 2 laps around the stage. It was really, really cute to see. So yeah, that made me super happy. And also, weekly member Jihan was actually there because she's doing like an MC. She's doing MC stuff for the show. So she was actually there to see the girls like accepting their award, and she was so happy. Being like the biggest orbit, she was like so happy to be able to witness that. Which, also, speaking of weekly, they also recently had their comeback a couple days ago. So their mini album, Play Game Holiday, came out with the title track Holiday Party. And I did check out all of the tracks from the album over on the Reaction channel. And it's really nice. It's got this really kind of nice, this chill, relaxing kind of summer vibe. So it's like it's still like really fun to listen to because the girls have this kind of energy when they perform that it's like really fun to watch. But it's also like it's kind of the feeling of it's just like, you're relaxing on the beach and you're listening to stuff like that. So it's just really, really nice to listen to. Also, one of the members, Jiyoon, she's actually on a break right now due to her mental health. So the group is currently promoting as six. So we're hoping the best for Jiyoon, that she'll be able to come back soon, get well soon. Taking care of your mental health is definitely a priority. But yeah, definitely been enjoying that. And last up for recent comebacks, Dreamcatcher came out with their special mini album, as they call it. So this is called Summer Holiday. And what I loved about this is that when this was like first came out and we got the first couple of like teaser images for it, nobody knew what this was gonna be like. Like, cause we had with a title like Summer Holiday, and there were people thinking like, are they going for a brighter concept? Which was kind of like hard to grasp because Dreamcatcher is more known for their more darker, more powerful concepts. So
Right.
to think of them like doing a more brighter concept it threw kind of a curveball, especially because the members were kind of like teasing, being like, "Oh, we're doing a cutie concept," which like, let me tell ya, with the comeback proper, it's definitely a summer concept. It's definitely brighter compared to some of their previous releases, but it's still Dreamcatcher. They were able to put in a little bit of a Dreamcatcher twist to the summer concept. Especially with the title track Because, which is a love song, but it's an obsessive love song. So they made it a little creepy. And even like the choreography is like has very doll-like movements. So there is a little bit of a creep factor in it. But that makes it really cool. So yeah, we're hoping for possibly getting the girls a win with this because they deserve it. Oh my gosh. So, hopefully, fingers crossed, fans are streaming the music video and stuff like crazy. So hopefully, we'll be able to get them a win. If not, the girls, have talked about before, they're just happy to be making music for their fans and people who enjoy it. But regardless, yeah, just the whole mini album was so good. I also did a reaction to that as well. All very nice summer. They all fit the summer concept, and yet they all sound so different from each other. Like Airplane is definitely more of like a brighter, upbeat vibe, whereas a song like Heart of Sunflower made me cry when I heard it. Like, if you see my reaction to it on the other channel, I actually cried listening to the song and reading the lyrics because it was so sad and it got me so emotional. It actually caught me off guard. So yeah, definitely been enjoying it. So yeah, that'll do it for talking about the K-pop comebacks briefly, what I've been following. So I guess next
Okay.
up, Michael, if you want to talk about this is some VTuber news. So if you want to talk about this.
So there was a lot of news in the VTuber world, like for the
There
past
always
month or
is.
so.
Yeah.
There always
There
is.
always.
But since we're an idol channel, I thought it would be fitting to, I guess, talk about one of the most idol-like VTubers within. This is specifically for Hololive, not VTubers in general, but So yeah,
Is it English or
one of my
Japanese?
favorite VTubers, hmm?
Is it the English side or
Oh,
the Japanese side?
Oh, the Japanese
Japanese side.
side.
Okay.
Um, yeah, one of my favorite Hololive VTubers, Hoshimachi Suise, announced at the beginning of last month that she was releasing an album next month, specifically the 29th. Um, the title is Still Stellar. I, I don't know who comes up with these names, but but so track list hasn't been announced yet, but um in the trailer video it was confirmed to have 12 songs. So I assume the 6 original songs she's already released and then 6 more. Um Speaking of original songs, her most recent original song called Takero, um she released a music video for a couple days ago actually. Don't actually know the actual date, but she released it recently. I haven't watched it yet, but from what I saw of it, really damn nice, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of music videos, another Hololive YouTuber released a music video for an original song she released on her birthday, actually, and that's Calliope Mori. Um, Released the music video recently of her original song, The Grim Reaper's a live streamer, which is one of my favorite songs from her birthday EP.
I haven't checked that out yet, but I did see that. I think that's a really cute
It,
idea
it,
for a
it
song. The
was
Grim
so.
Reaper is a live streamer.
I mean, it's true. It's true though.
It's true.
She's the personification of death, and she's working as a live streamer. So
Right.
yeah.
Like that's her whole
And
persona. She's a Grim Reaper who
yep.
raps.
And another piece of big news is on the English side of Hololive, they debuted a new V singer called Iris.
Mm.
Um, she's been covering a lot recently as well. I think the most recent cover she did, I, she released one yesterday, but I can't remember the song. But he's a good singer, actually.
Mm.
I can't wait for her collab with the other Hololive English members tomorrow.
Oh.
I think it's her first collab with them, actually. So,
That's gonna be exciting.
yeah,
All
yeah, and
right.
that's it. That's it for VTubers.
Mm-hmm.
That's it for me.
All right
Okay,
then,
then
Steve, we'll hand it to you. You've got
I
this.
guess it's for going on to, I guess, other idol stuff, I guess. First, Bish just released their newest album, Go Into Destruction. You can listen to it on Spotify. Some of the songs on the album are songs that have previously been released on their YouTube channel. For example, In Case, which was a collaboration with Godzilla Singular Point, that anime that's on Netflix. Um, Stacking is also on YouTube. So let me just go to the YouTube just to make sure. Stacking, Star, I think it's just those songs. No, and Story of Duty. Those songs have already been released on YouTube, so those songs have already been, people have heard them already. But overall, just like everything I love, have to be critical. It was not as good as Letters mini album or their previous album, full album, Carrots and Sticks, in my opinion. Um, they're just, I'm not sure if it was the mixing for the songs, but it felt like that there needed to be a little bit more energy in the songs. So I'm not saying like the album is amazing and great. I just thought that it was just fine, okay, like nothing too special at all. But still, I think you should go check it out on Spotify where you can listen to that. And then I guess just an idol thing in general. So COVID has been running rampant in
Yeah.
the idol scene right now. There was
Uh-huh.
one event in particular that happened, I think it was last week. Was it last week? Either 1 or 2 weeks ago. It was the Sekigahara Idol War concert. And so many idols have gotten COVID as a result from that event. There's been AKB members.
Mm.
Oh, I remember. I think I remember seeing a list somewhere on Facebook,
Right.
but
A
there's just
lot
a
of like
huge list.
yeah, a lot of the 48 group members, a lot of them have been like testing positive for COVID. So there have been like a lot of theater shows, a lot of different events or appearances and stuff that got canceled. I know that SKE's Ego Yuna, she had originally planned on doing a solo live, but that got postponed because of the COVID outbreak that's been happening.
Because if I remember, what groups was it? Not Nishikon. I know they're another Chijo group. Anyways, ton of members, and then for Bish, Aina, Achan, and Chiti, they were just confirmed to have gotten
Oh,
COVID
Achan
within the
too?
last couple of days.
I know that
Yeah,
Aina and Chi-Chi got tested positive. I didn't know Achan did too.
I think it was just announced today that Achan was announced
Ah.
positive for COVID. So half of Bish is now confirmed
Mm,
positive.
mm,
So yeah, it's not looking too well for the idol
mm-mm.
scene.
No, that's
idolized
that's awful.
going around. Um, yeah. Um, and then I guess going on to Nagoya, some Nagoya group news.
Mm.
For me, you can bring up some pictures, but first off with BSJ
Oh,
Project
yeah.
on Shoujo, things that I'm like really happy about is on July 22nd, Hanako-san performed live at BSJ Theater. Like when this was first
Followed by
announced,
that.
I was shocked and so happy that that happened because I don't know how Takuya P did it and how he got in contact with Hanako-san to set this up, but like I was shocked as, as all hell when this was announced. When because I believe Hanako-san, I saw it on Hanako-san's Instagram at first. I think that because when she was doing like her updated schedule, I know that everybody there had a blast. Um, what else did I want to say about that? Because oh yeah, Hanako-san was supposed to perform in Nagoya last year in 2020. I believe it was sometime in May, late May, because I remember I was planning on going to that live, but then I got sent home, and then obviously that.
Ah.
But like, I'm always happy that she got to perform in Nagoya, and nonetheless, it's with BSJ Project. It's like, wow.
Hmm.
And also, I just sent you a new link, Ruka, but
Oh, okay. That's
BSJ
what that was.
Project Owen Shoujo just released a new single, I Got Tarinai, yesterday.
Oh.
I don't know what the song sounds like in the coupling song because it's not on Spotify yet. I don't know if it'll ever be on Spotify. I just know that their first major single was posted on Spotify. I hope one day it is on Spotify so I can listen to that. They also have new uniforms as well, as you can
Mm.
probably tell in the picture
Yeah, yeah.
that I linked. Um, I believe was that Rio's in use first? Rio's first
Hmm. Yeah, the
single,
outfits look really cute.
but I'm happy for them with the new release. Honestly, I didn't realize that they announced a new single until maybe 10 days ago or something. Apparently, they announced it sometime in July, and I didn't know until like a week or two ago. And I was like, wait, they're releasing a new single? It completely flew over my head. Um, and then another Nagoya group that I talk about occasionally, Homesick.
Mm.
They just got four new members. Because
Wow.
I think it was in June. I think it was in June, but one of the Homesick members graduated from the group with the group U. So it was just Nari and Hina as a duo, and then within this past month, they announced four more members. They've already debuted. Uh, 1 second as I look up their names.
Mm, mm, mm.
They've been doing a lot of Insta lives recently that I've noticed that I
Hmm.
went in and joined. Um, sorry, I don't have this prepared, but they're
Oh no, it's
some of my
okay.
new,
It's okay.
new recent following. So there's Fuyo, Iroha, Shizuku, and Amu. Now, at first, I didn't know that they were actual new members because they changed their profile pictures. Homesick did, so like this business kind of like where they're wearing suits. So
Ooh.
at first I thought that they were just like company staff because that's the first thing that like comes to my mind when I see like business and suits. I'm like, oh, okay, staff. And then I realized that they had the homesick Twitter handle in their names. And for new members, hopefully, whenever I get to go back to Japan, I hope I can go see them, either it being work related or not.
Hmm.
And then just, I guess, a final thing with Nagoya group. Um, the group Kitsuji Sankakuke
Hmm.
is, I believe, debuting soon. They're debuting September 23rd. They just, on their Twitter, they have released, I think they're called an Asha, their like group picture. I can just send you that picture right now
Hmm.
as
Okay.
well. Um, hold on, I'm sorry. I'm
No,
sorry for
it's
not being
okay. It's
prepared.
okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Uh, copy link the tweet. There we go.
Hmm.
This
Oh.
group is produced by um oh my god, I'm blanking right now. Oh no,
Ooh.
I'm blanking.
Oh, they
Hold
look
on.
pretty cool. Like one of them having like silver hair. One of them has like cat ears. That's pretty cute.
Oh my god, why am I blanking? Okay, so this is the producer of Ro Edelsteinen is the producer of this group.
Oh, I remember that group.
So this group is going to be debuting September.
Hmm.
I would like to see like the type of music style that they are going to do.
Hmm.
Um, that's really all I can think for the Nagoya news, as far as I can remember, that I wanted.
That's all right. That's all right. I think we got a lot of good topics in that we were able to discuss today. So I guess if we're ready to wrap things up here, if there's anything you would like to throw out, just to recommend, or just something personal you want to plug in, go for it.
Is there? I'm trying to think. This is me being terrible and unprepared.
Oh, it's okay.
In
While
the
you're
final
thinking, I
bit.
do actually have something personal to plug. So my friend Misaki, who actually got me into Luna, I recently did my first collaboration with her over on her channel for the Rojak Squad. When PTT Paint the Town came out, we reacted to the music video together, and we also reacted to the Japanese version of Paint the Town because it came out at the same time. So that reaction is up there on their channel. It was so much fun doing it with her. And we actually recently got to do another collaboration. It's not up on her channel yet, I don't believe, as of a recording right now. I'd have to check later. If it is up by the time this video goes up, I'll be sure to leave a link again in the info box here so you guys can check it out. I won't say what it is, but I will give a little hint. We did talk about it today. So, yeah, that was fun doing that with her, and I hope we get to collaborate more in the future, hopefully. Because it is really just so nice being able to talk with her and do collaborations like this with her. So, yeah, definitely go check that out and look forward to the new video whenever it comes out.
All right. Mike, you have anything to recommend?
Hmm.
Not really.
No?
Not think really.
Okay. I guess. I guess going back to me. Once again, go and check out BSJ official YouTube channel. They Arisa has been uploading like beer tasting videos of like YouTube shorts of that. Within the past 3 months, she's been doing that because she's big into beer. And then
Mm.
also uh, newer episodes of uh, Katen ni Owen Tanteisha has been uploaded to YouTube, as well as Kato Takia wa Kando Shitai.
Mm.
Um, it's up to number 12 right now. That was released 1 month ago, the most recent video.
Mm.
So if you can go, please, and watch those videos, checking out their channel, I would be really happy. I think that's about it that I want
Hmm.
to.
Okay, all right then. But yeah, like we said in the beginning, we want to still look for new people to hopefully
Actually,
come join us and
one
work
more
with us
thing,
on the channel. Oh.
Ruka.
Mm.
I'm sorry, I just saw this on Twitter right now.
Mm.
Um,
Oh no.
Apparently Hashimoto Haruna has been confirmed to, I guess, get COVID.
Bah. Just another name on
Yeah,
the list. Mm.
yeah. So I just saw that really quick and I wanted to put that out.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like we said, we're gonna leave our socials and links to where if you're interested in working on the channel with us, you can come contact any of us, let us know that you are interested in working on the channel with us. And yeah, I'd say that about wraps things up here. So if you liked this video, be sure to leave a like, comment down below some of your thoughts on any of the topics we discussed here today, and we'll see you guys in the next video whenever we make it. So until then, bye bye!
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching.